Hey, crafty people, and welcome to another session of Make It with Ashley. So, today I am on a mission, and my mission is to use up the fabulous paper collection. So, did you see those few little scraps right there? That's all that's left when I'm done with this video. I am so pleased with myself. There's nothing more satisfying than killing an entire paper pack. So let's make some cards. So my first thought is I adored this bottled pattern paper. I did have to trim just a little bit off to fit it onto this card front. And I wanted to add a sentiment, and I thought the no tricks, just treats were perfect. Then I used the Ghost, which is from the fabulous Stamp and Thin Cut set, to add as an accent piece. However, I felt it was a little bit plain. So I wanted to bring in something. So the background element stamp set had this perfect kind of splatter. I thought this was great, kind of like a spooky vibe kind of thing. I did it in peach, which is one of the coordinating colors with those bottles. Next, add some sparkle with some black glitter paper. And again, I want to balance that out. So I kind of have a little triangle between that black glitter paper running across my little banner and then the black on the outside of my ghost. So you can see that is going to create some visual interest and some dimensions. Now, another thing I really enjoy doing is adding a little stamped element onto my envelopes. I normally store my cards and envelopes together, so everything always goes. And then I just colored in his little eyes and mouth, and of course, gave him a cute little rosy blush. I love how this turned out. And then I also had created some treat pouches, right? These are perfect for sneaking in a little Kit Kat. So these are going to go off to some of my coworkers. And then I did another spooky card. This one I just did some random spiderweb stamping in the back and then used some of the other elements from the fabulous collection with some cardstock. If you're liking the cards so far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me for more crafty goodness. So my second card I have for you is a slimline card. So I had some longer chunks left of cardstock. Again, see those little pieces? That's all that's left after I finish this card. So I am perfectly fine with trashing those, and I feel so accomplished to have used this entire set up. So I kind of dug through my stash and I found I had a piece of stitched fancy bracket. That's that black piece there, cut out, and it was perfect size to add that no tricks, just treats. Now to show up on the black, I am going to do some white heat embossing. I did run into a little issue. I should have either hit this with my anti-static pouch first, but that powder kind of stuck. So you can see I flicked it a couple times in the back, kind of cleaned it up with my fingers and my tweezers, and overall it turned out just fine. Okay, there are one or two little specks that did show up on the card after I heat embossed it, but it kind of really looks intentional and I like the way it turns out. It almost has like this shadow ghostly effect around it. So in the end, it's a happy mistake, one might say. I'm just going to add my paper down and then I'm going to kind of frame that kitty cat. I want it on that corner right around treats, and then I want to have that down flat. Now what I'm doing here is I liked the placement of my stitched fancy bracket piece. So I use other pieces to kind of mark where it should go, glue it down, and then I can add the rest of my pieces. So that cat, I'm going to tilt just a little bit so it frames perfectly. And then that pumpkin, I'm going to pop up to help even more with that illusion that this kitty cat is sitting inside the pumpkin. I toyed around with the top of that, top of the pumpkin and decided it looked best kind of up in that side. I feel like you then made a triangle between the cat, the pumpkin bottom, and then the top of the pumpkin. Thanks for crafting with me, you guys. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, do you kill your paper packs or do you have scraps left stacked and stacked high?